out up hiking. Hiking with a heavy heart today. I don't know if some of you that know me know, yesterday I rescued a dog from being put down. You know, I've been wanting a dog. So I rescued a dog yesterday. Now, I probably didn't think this through. I think my heart made the decisions for me. I did what I told myself what I needed to tell myself to save the dog. So I just wanted to save a dog, man. And my mom says it's her fault. She's the one who told me about the dog, but that's not her fault. You know, I didn't have to do anything. I mean, you know, nobody's to blame except for myself, because I didn't use my training. I didn't do the right thing, man. This dog was a female pit bull. Now, right when I got there, I knew this dog had been through a lot and had scars all over. But when I got there and I saw it, I mean, it was really sweet, just a really mellow dog. But right away I noticed the scars on top of the head and all around. I mean, the ears, everything. Man, this was a fighting dog. And if a fighting dog is alive, that means it's probably a pretty good one. And, you know, this dog was sweet. I swear, man, my heart is broken, dude. I've been crying enough. There's nothing, I can't cry anymore. But, so, take the dog home. He fucking, lays in my lap, driving on the way home. Giant pit bull. That was a female, and it was fixed, but you could tell it had been nursed on a lot. And, because it, had, fucking bug. There's had nippleage, or whatever, udders, or whatever. The dog took to me, and my mom, and we fell in love with this dog. Even though it stank, they never fucking bathed those dogs or anything. It's just fucking filthy dog. But, whew, and so I knew it had to meet my cat. And I thought this dog demeanor was not going to be, I thought it would be cool around cats, because this thing was cool around dogs and everything. Now, I was wrong. Because when it first looked at my cat, it first looked at it like it was ready to just go after it. And my poor cat has met a couple dogs, and dogs haven't been like that. He hasn't really worried about it. He's kind of, when dogs come around, he wants to be friends. And, I think he wanted to be friends. So he was coming close. But that dog was licking its chops, man. And it was looking at my cat like it had already eaten it. Like it was thinking about what was next. Now, my cat was oblivious to this, because pit bulls don't growl usually. They just lunge. And so I kept taking it outside and walking it, keeping it outside, and I figured, the cat thing, we'd just do a slow feed. Well, my neighbors up front have two little dogs, cool dogs, and they had met met the pit bull and got along. And everything was cool. And they were kind of playing around and smelling, how they stick each nose up each other's ass. And, well, then I was giving them treats. And, the pit bull Blue, she wanted treats. And once that was there, I was giving them all treats. I heard a growl. And I looked at my neighbor and I said, is that her? And she said, yeah. And they said it was cool. And I was like, right then, it's like I knew at that point already it wasn't going to happen. Because if you're going to have a dog that could eat something or kill something quickly, you better know that dog, those days were behind that dog. But what I noticed was when I was sitting in between my dog, my cat, and that dog, and he was looking at it, and I was looking at the dog saying, I was like, hey man, that's my friend, you're not going to eat my cat. And, the dog just like woke up from a nap and looked up and saw the cat was like, 5 feet away. And I guess that kind of maybe shocked the dog a little bit, but so it looked like it was going to lunge and just go after it. So I put my hand up and I'm pointing at the dog's nose because that's what I was doing earlier, and it was responding. So I put my finger out like that, and that motherfucker almost bit my fucking finger off. I didn't tell my mom at the time because I didn't want her to freak out, but I pulled my fucking finger back, my index finger on my right hand, and when I got it back, there was moisture that hit. So it got lips, dude, it was very, and if that thing would have gotten a piece of meat and landed something, I don't know, I mean, that thing, I'd been fighting off a fucking monster in my house, trying to get my machete to slice it open and paint the house red. So, well, that didn't happen. But, that dog sat there for a minute, and my mom was like going back by the bathroom. She's staying for a couple of days, and she was walking by, and I said, Mom, can you come here for a minute? And my cat was still behind me, and it was still trying to be friendly with the dog. It didn't realize what the fuck was going on. So, whew. Let me catch my breath. Let me get some water. But me and my mom, we talked about this today. That dog, when it was sitting there looking, after it like snapped my finger, and then I put my hand back, and I was talking to the dog, I was trying to get it out of the mode that it was in, because it was in death mode, and I just wanted it to come back. That motherfucker, I don't know if this is true, maybe it's my imagination, maybe I was just tripping. That fucking, I don't know if pit bulls have like an extra angry eyelid that comes over. And it was like half the eye was, and the eyes that were looking at us weren't the same fucking eyes that I picked up. And it was licking my face. It was a different fucking monster, dude. And so, nothing happened. I put my cat back, and right then we decided it wasn't gonna work, simply because, I mean, I hate to give up like that, but what I realized then, and I probably should have already realized that, and then when I saw the scars, I should have gone with my instincts. Because my instincts is what I fucking follow all the time, and I never go away from my instincts. I live and die, I completely, and I didn't go with them. I wanted to save a dog. I looked at that thing's head, and I knew this fucker's killed dogs before. This thing probably has the ability, or it has a trigger or a mind snap that it goes into, because They fucking mistreat these dogs to make them fight. They starve them. They do all kinds of crazy. It's just unbelievable. This dog had been through hell, and I thought I was going to be able to save it. So we had a big cage. We barely got suckered the thing in there. You know, the dog wasn't vicious the whole time. Once it snapped out of it, it was cool. But what was I to do, man? If I'd have tried to keep that dog, it would have bit somebody I knew. It would have started getting possessive around me, because it was already starting to cling to me like I was the one. And man, it just would have been trouble. So we had Pasadena pick it up. And here's the thing. This morning was really sad, because when the dog came out of the cage and she peed and she pooped, there's blood in her urine and her poop. And that was because the dog was not going to live long. The dog was all messed up. They had fixed the dog in the pound or whatever, and she had some lady cancer or some lady disease in vitro, or I don't know what it was. My mom knows, but there's some lady parts malfunction, and so they fixed her. So she had been fixed a month ago, but you know, I mean, how good is the doctor, and do they really give a shit? You know, they're fixing the dog. They're sewing up a dog they're probably going to put to sleep. And, well, yada, yada, yada. Maybe that's a long story. Not worth listening to, but rant's better. But I had to tell it, man. I love animals. I've been really want one to hike with me. That's the second one I've tried. The first one was just so beaten. Somebody beat the dog so bad I couldn't barely get the dog to walk with me. So that one went back. You know, somebody has a dog, middle-aged dog they want to get rid of. Cool, mellow dog that they want to get rid of. One that would like to hike. You can walk off the leash. Donate it. I'm saying that shit. And 10 people probably will see this video if I'm lucky. That's okay. But, man, so they took Big Blue this morning. If anything, they said they're going to give her a medical evaluation. So the whole being put down today was her day to be put down. I backed that off. So if there's going to be a reevaluation, but I don't think it's going to help, because they're going to mark her as not, you know, the incident that happened. My mom had to tell him about it, because you have to have a reason for them to get the dog. And so the dog is marked as like not able to, you know, have a home or whatever. But that just pisses me off, man. People do these things, these dogs. That dog was probably, I had no chance of saving that dog or making it, you know, maybe if I lived on a barn or a yard, like a farm somewhere or a ranch, and had like, well, no, I don't know, it would eat all the other animals. All your chickens would be gone. But, nah, usually dogs like that are good in packs. It's when they're alone. You know, dogs need packs. That's their natural thing. And that's why they try to emulate what the owners do. That's why stupid dog, stupid owner. Stupid owner, stupid dog. Man, pretty hot. So that's my dog story. I was going to rant about subversion. Maybe I'll do that on the way down. This was just tribute to Big Blue, because that was their name. I wish I could have saved her, you know. At least I bought her a few days. I gave her one good day of a home, because it was a happy day yesterday. That dog enjoyed it so. And I enjoyed it too until the end. But that's the way life goes, man. I guess you got to be thankful that you got to experience anything at all. So I'm going to sign this one out, and I'll talk on the way down when I'm dried off. Miss that day.